Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another VinnyVid production video. This is going to be a mini mail call and an update as to a problem that I had found on my layout. It was supposed to be part of the mini op session number 3, but unfortunately I found a major problem. Anyhow, the mail call is from Ben. Car, Trains, and Gains is his YouTube user channel, and what he gave me was 4 of these cards, and they're pretty cool because on the back side it gives you some information of the picture that's on the front side. He gave me 4 of these and told me to share 2 of them with Diana, which she did get, and anyhow, I want to thank Ben for that. It was pretty cool of him to do that. Now he says his grandpa makes these. Now I don't know if they're still available or what, but I'll put a link to his channel and you might be able to ask him a question if they are available and see where you go from there. Anyhow, I'm going to reposition the camera and I'm going to show you one of this major defect I found as I was testing engines for the part that I was supposed to put in Mini Operations 3. Anyhow, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I still intend to do that particular operation. So anyhow, stand by, let me move the camera and we'll get going with the rest of the video. Alright guys, now we're back at the problem I found with my track up here in the 2nd level. It's a siding, and I was testing some locomotives out just to make sure everything was running fine for the Mini Options 3. Unfortunately, one of my locomotives kept derailing in a certain spot. So I went ahead and checked to make sure there was no ballast or anything like that on top of the track, which there wasn't. I finally got out my NMRA track gauge and found the track was a little bit out of gauge, and I'll show you why it was out of gauge. Check that out. About 6 inches of rail came loose off the ties. Unbelievable. And there's also a nano size S-curve right there. So with that being said, of course I had to take the track up and I cleaned out all the ballast in here and I already formed my new piece of track. Anyhow, once I get this all done, I am probably going to do the rest of the Mini Ops 3. It won't be called the Mini Ops because I said that that was the last one I was going to do. But anyhow, we'll fit this in here, and it looks like it's just going to make the connection. I don't see why it shouldn't. It's the same size track that I used when I first did it, so it should work. Anyhow, another thing is I want to excuse the way I look. It's been non-stop work on my layout, especially on the low level where I just did that operations. Getting the turnouts to work, doing some more ground cover, cleaning up all the track, cleaning up all the industries, making them all look pretty and everything for the run session. Anyhow, this light's like way too much. Okay, anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this track in here, and when I get it done, we'll go ahead and test the locomotive over here and see how it goes. If it goes okay, I'll do the next part of the Mini Options 3, which will be probably Mini Options 3B, probably what I'll call it. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get to work and I'll be back in a few. Alright guys, I have completed installing the track. I went from the turnout right here all the way down to right here, and there's new feeder wires right there that were there originally, so I decided to put them back in like a good little boy. And now we'll go ahead and do a little bit of a test run. I can't see if this is in focus. I'm just moving myself around so I can see if I see that train. So just give me a minute, guys. Well, other than the light. Alright, that looks good enough to me. So, we'll go ahead and give this a little bit of a test run. And then we'll come back. These are the same units I was using to test, so I figured I'd use the same units again. And we'll give it the opposite direction on the other line. And we'll come back. And so now, I guess I'm ready to go ahead and do my my second part of Mini Ops 3. And again, I won't tell you what that is. I'll let you guys figure it out, because you pretty much, if you've been following me along, you know what this area is right here. Anyhow, I'm probably going to include that video in this video, so I don't take up too much of you guys' time. Anyhow, let me get prepared and we'll go ahead and start the video. Be back in a few. Dispatch to local 725. You are cleared to proceed to Castle Hot Springs. Turnouts are locked for track 1. Dispatch to 725, hold short of the east turnout, lock it down and move your power to track 2. Dispatch to AZCR 4004. You are clear to proceed to Castle Hot Springs. Turn off the locked and loaded from main line. Hold short of the boards. Lock it down. Uncouple and proceed to track 1. Couple up and test brakes and hold. To Engineer 725, you are clear to proceed forward. Couple up, test your brakes, and prepare to depart. 725, you are clear to proceed on track 2. Turnouts are locked. Have a safe trip home. AZCR 4004, align your turnouts and you can proceed on your way. Have a safe trip. (725), proceed to Beardsley, track 2 and hold there. Alright guys, as you watch the video, you probably noticed that this whole area here is completely empty. It originally was where my Fertizona was going to go, but it wasn't prototypical there, and I like it better in the other room. So, what I'm going to do is put the company that I originally was going to put with Fertizona, which is Calgas Plains LPG facility. I can do it in pretty much prototypical the way it is. They have 2 sidings on the outside, out here, and then they have 4 unloading track inside the facility. Quite a few tanks, and there'll be 1 vertical tank and 1 small office. Anyhow, that's my thoughts for the future, since I already have the spur track in there, as you can see, and it's hooked up right there. So, no sense in letting that go to waste. So we'll do my LPG, which means I need a whole bunch more tankers. Anyhow, talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed rail fanning the Castle Hot Springs exchange between BNSF and Arizona California Railroad. This was the first time I did this exchange, and it will most likely be part of my normal operations when I have some people over here. Let's see what else. Well, I think that's about it, other than what do you guys think about the addition I'm going to put on a second level there, my LPG plant. Anyhow, that's my thoughts for right now. Maybe something other. I did like when Gary's elevator was on my layout. Problem is, we don't have an elevator that's on the Peavine, so I might have to skip that idea. But then again, I am going a little off prototype, so maybe, who knows, we'll see. Anyhow, as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. Please, if you like my videos and like to see more content like I just did with rail fanning and layout updates and so on and so forth, please help me contribute to my PayPal account. Anyhow, that's all for now. BNSF 6951 out.